All right, so this is, sorry I don't have my camera set up today. We got a couple of things going on. We're using that somewhere else. But I wanted to make a video kind of breaking down this entire lesson that we've been working on this week. I've been doing the lessons as we go, but I wanted to do one video that had all of it together. So what we are doing is we are making a video in Spark that tells a story, right? So we've gone to spark.adobe.com and logged in already. And so to make a video, you're going to go up here to the top left corner and hit the plus sign. And then you're going to go down to video. And by the way, I love this right here, just a little nerdy design feature here. I love this. This makes me smile, where it's like a plus sign and then it rotates to the X, plus sign X. Anyway, okay. All right, so then we're going to go here to video. This opens up. We're just going to say story. It doesn't matter. It's kind of like tutorial things. And then I've been doing this under the Tell What Happened version, but you're welcome to play with these other versions if you want to. So I click on Tell What Happened. It pops up with like a little tutorial thing that you're welcome to watch. We're not going to watch that. And there we go. All right, so this has got a couple of little instructional things that you're welcome to watch. This is where we're starting. Okay, so one of the things that we did was we talked about a story. You can either write a story, you're doing your original story, or you can use an existing one. The list that I gave you was the Aesop's Fables. I gave you a link to this, and I did mine on the Lion and the Mouse. Okay, and so this website has a lot of really good little short stories that are great for this format. Okay, this story is not very long, but it has all of the pieces that we need to kind of make an interesting slide video presentation. Okay, so I'm going to go and part of this is choosing how much to select. Don't select your whole paragraph, because if I select my whole paragraph, that's going to be a lot of text to try and have to read on one short little section. Okay, so I did this and stopped right here. All right, so I just did Control C, and I'm going to flip back over to my other tab. On my first slide, though, I need to just add text, and I'm just going to click text and do the lion and the mouse. Okay. And so then on my next slide, down here, this is kind of similar to what it was in Canva. Down on my next slide, now on this one, I'm going to go to text, and I'm going to paste what I did. So I already copied it from that other slide and paste that. All right. Now that looks fine and everything, but good grief, every single one of these slides is just going to be this blue background, kind of boring. All right. So a couple different ways that we can change what our backgrounds look like. So you'll notice these that are just one solid piece. I have an option up here in the top left to add something. So I'm going to add a photo to this. When I click on photo, you'll notice that this over here changes. I'm going to do the, let's see here. On this one, I'm going to upload a photo that I have. And you'll notice here, I've already downloaded some photos, and I'll show you that in a second. But I'm going to choose this one that I have right here, because here's the problem. Spark won't let you just paste an image. So I just did upload photo. I found the photo I wanted, and it placed it in there. Okay. But if I have an image that I want to use, I cannot go, like if I just found, here's a picture of a lion sleeping, right click, copy image, and try to go over here. Okay, I can't paste that. I don't have an option to paste that. I can't do Control V or anything like that. All right, so what you have to do, going back over here, you have to right click, save image as, or if you're on a Chromebook, a two-finger click and do save image as. Okay, and then once you have saved that image, okay, now you can see where I've got these files, and this is where I saved it earlier. Okay, I could change the name of it, and I've got a place specifically that I've done to put my files for this. Okay, so I'm gonna go back over here. So that's how you would do that. Okay, if you want to use a picture that is outside of Spark, that's how you would do it. All right, that's fine and dandy, but I want to use, I don't want to have to go and save pictures, and I just want to use some stuff that's kind of available, right? So let me go on to my next slide. Okay, now this is fine, but I really want to have like a picture over to the side here. And when I do photo up here, it only does it where the entire picture is the background. So I'm going to go over here to split screen. So I'm clicked on the slide, and over here to the side, I've got full screen, which is what it is right now, and then an option is split screen. Split screen will give me this kind of like storybook look where I've got text on one side and a picture on the other. So I can do photo, I can do an icon. We're going to do photo. Now, last time we did upload photo. I want to go and do um, find free photos. Okay. So this has photos in the program that you can use. So I can search for lion. And what's funny is when we were doing this the other day, we realized that if you just search for a lion, you get a lot of sea lions and other things that are, okay, I got some things that are working for me, some things that are not. Okay. So when you search for something to match up with your text. So my text is a lion lay asleep in the forest, his great head resting on his paws. Well, this picture right here is pretty perfect for what I'm trying to do. I've got a lion sleeping on his paws with the forest in the background. That works for me. That's great. Okay. So I'll go to my next slide. So what happens next? A timid little mouse came upon him unexpectedly, and in her fright and haste to get away, ran across the lion's nose. That's probably good right there. Control C, flip back over here. I'm going to do text and paste that just like we did before. All right, but now I want to do split screen, and that's fine, but I wanted to have it, see my last one I had it where the picture was on this side. Now I want to have my picture on this side. Okay, so I got my picture. This little button right here in the middle will allow you to swap those two. Okay, so that helps you get some variety. Just like we were saying, we didn't want to have every single slide just be that blue background. We also don't want to have every single slide just be this picture on the right and text on the left. Okay, so I'm going to go search for my photos. Let's do mouse. Sure. I don't know. I don't really like those. What did I have? I had one earlier. Mouse running, maybe? Nope. Photo. There we go. All right, so this is the picture that I wanted to use. And so I also wanted to show you this because that's great, but the mouse is really kind of small. Also, it's like on an armrest here, and I don't really like that. So I want to zoom in on my picture. So if I go up to this little button up here at the top, I can zoom in on what I'm working on. All right, and once you have zoomed in, you also have the option to kind of move it around a little bit if you want to get it kind of in the spot that you want it to be. All right, so that's good. I like this. I like this. I like this. This is working for me. This is going the way I want it to. Okay, and as you're doing this, you can also go up here and hit preview to see where it is. All right, and I like that's good. Okay, well, hang on a second. That was a little bit hard to read, okay, because my time down here is at 4 seconds. And so when you click on the slides, you can go right here in the bottom right corner of the slide and change that. So let's make it maybe more like 6 seconds. And let's make this one a little bit more like 6 seconds. All right, let's go to preview again. Okay, and that's good to, like, that timing worked for me, okay? It might be good to even show it to other people because you know what the text says because you're creating this, but your average person, first time reading it, first time watching it, do they have enough time to actually read these pieces, okay? So now I've added pictures. Oh, and you also can do, so it's possible for me to do one. Let me flip over here. All right, rouse from his nap. Creature to kill her. All right, and I'm going to go text. So now I can do a slide that doesn't have any pictures on it if I want to. That's fine. Okay, so having a picture in the background, having a picture on the right, having a picture on the left, having no picture at all is perfect. Okay, you want to have that variety to kind of change it up, to kind of break it up a little bit. Okay, so we've talked about how to add pictures from your Google Drive. And I'll also say this real quick. I don't recommend when you can go to photos, you do have an option to add. So you can do find free photos, you can do upload photo. You have an option to connect your Google Photos and connect Google Drive. I don't recommend that because it has to have permission to access all of your files. And Adobe, I love you, but I don't want you to have access to all my Google Drive. That's just me personally. It's up to you. Okay, you do you, but I just do it through the upload photo part here. Okay, so we talked about how to upload photos. We talked about how to change the format. We talked about how to copy text and bring it in. We talked about how to change the timing of the slides, all of those different things. Okay, so now I want to go over to let's see here, to this one. Okay, so this is a more finished version of what I have been working on. I've got all of my slides that are in here, all these different pieces that I've been working on. Okay, and what I want to talk to you about is how you can change themes and music. Okay, if I can do oh good grief, my little timer is blocking my path here. Let's see here. Layout. Oh, that's funny. Okay, we'll do it this way. There we go. Okay, sorry, I have my screen capture thing has a little device there, so I couldn't see it. So now what I'm talking to you about is music and themes, okay? So when you go to themes, you can change these different pieces. You can change, how this looks, the layout of this design. Let me go to preview here. Okay, so that theme is a lot different than some of the other ones. And I've got a couple of examples of this that I've downloaded that I've put in the Schoology file. Okay, but doing that versus, let's say this, I'll change it to, I don't like that one. We'll do this one, the orange. Yeah, this was the sample that I had that matched that music. Okay, so this music is very kind of playful and kind of almost mischievous. If you can hear that. Okay, and so the colors and the fonts and all that stuff is very light and playful, right? But you can change, so depending on what your style is, you can change your tone of your video based on the color choices and the fonts that you use. Okay, I went with that. Excuse me. And so I'm going to go to music. So now I've played around with my theme a little bit, and now I can also look at all this music. So the music is over here to the top. So this song, really kind of upbeat, peppy, walking down the road kind of music. Still not really fitting with my song, with my style. Okay, maybe. I don't know. They're just not really. No, that's not really working for me. I had, what was it? Was it? So if I select that one and then go to preview. I mean, that's kind of working for me. So I could use something like that. And I also can add my own music. So if I go to add my music, then I can choose, let's see, that's not in here, it's under downloads. There we go. All right, so I have, that's where that one came from. I was using examples. This is like creepy music. I'm going to preview this. So I had downloaded that as an example of something that does not work at all. Okay, but this is where you can add your music. Okay, and I've also included a link to, how am I going to do this? I've also added a link in Schoology to this website. I haven't had a whole lot of experience with this. I've used it a little bit, but there are a lot of different music and files that you can use here, and you can hit the little preview button here. figure out if something's working for you or not, and then you can go download it, okay? The purchase option here is like for a large download of a bunch of different things. So you can download all of these files for free, and then you're able to bring them into this using the music tab and then going to add my music, okay? So I will upload the finished version that I like, that I was using on this. Okay, so that is how you can insert text, insert pictures, change the format, change the theme, change the music, change all of the different pieces that you want to make an original piece, and how you can copy in text. You can't copy in pictures, but you can insert your own pictures, you can insert your own music. So you have a little bit more flexibility here than you did back when we were working in Canva. Canva did not allow you to add your own music. And so that's one of the main differences here, versus Canva. So, but Canva also has a little bit more flexibility in terms of like where things are placed and all that too. So, there's pros and cons of both programs, but this is a good way to kind of have that professional looking design, without having to. Yeah, I mean you can get a good looking polished design, and you get different types of flexibility here. So hope that helps. That's kind of the full. I know it was kind of a longer video, but that's kind of the full version of this assignment. So if I missed anything or if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.